meetings fell through. I had to come home to go back to school. And at the time I saw Jed and what he was doing in the business. He was a platinum leader at the time. And I said, man, if he can do it, I can do it. And I got excited about that, and my belief level kind of went up. And through that, he taught me how to invite. He said, Alistair, it's very simple to approach somebody. All you have to do, like Mr. Tomahawk says all the time, is be a great listener. And I know Dr. Oz touched on it. I know a lot of people touched on it today, like Chris Powell. You have to be able to have big ears and find the need for people and then fill it. So if you have notes, take that down. Find a need in people's lives and just fill it with this opportunity. And I tell you what, your business is going to absolutely explode.
Wow. All right. Next question. So now you understand why young people are seeing the opportunity. They're seeing the business. Jennifer talks about, how do I live off $27,000? You can't do much shopping with that. Okay. We talk about why young people they don't want to maybe have to work the 9 to 5 hours and so on and so forth. Talk about inviting, stay-at-home mom. But another one is how do you get young people started? Because if you're here today, you're going to go home. You're going to give a young person a verb. You're going to tell them about what's going on, the excitement. And as you invite and you approach like we're talking about here, how do you get them started? And that's something key you want to listen in on here. So, Kaylee, why don't you take a second to share with everybody, I know when you first started in the business, I remember you specifically told me that you and Alex sat down and you got a plan. And I know that a lot of that is something you've been doing. So share with everybody, what do you do when you get young people started in your business?
And that's actually a really good question, because after we have home events, after we have meetings, that's the first question that pops up, because we talk about all the excitement when we're speaking to young people, but they're like, well, how the heck do we do it? How do we get started? So everybody in here knows when you get started, you get your website, you order product, but I think the most important thing in getting started is excitement. Because if somebody is excited about something, you're going to follow them, no matter what situation it is, because excited people follow people who know where they're going, and everybody will do that. And that's the quote we use a lot in our group, because that's motivating to us. But also, you can model yourself after somebody you want to be, no matter what. It could be your hero, it could be your role model. Like my role model is Alex, because he is very successful with this, and I want to see myself in the future being exactly like him. And Alex is looking up to Brad, so you can kind of see like the effect that it has, because if you're going to learn along the way, you want to know what you're doing, so learn it from somebody who knows what they're doing, and you will be successful with it. So I think that's how you get started.
Tucker, you're in Irvine, you're building a huge group up there, and we talked about it earlier, you really focus on getting those newest young people going. I know you guys have your own style where you get right underway. I don't think you even wait a second. So share with everybody, what do you do when you get people started in Verb and the opportunity?
Absolutely. So one thing I found with Vemma is that when you come into this new business, we are independent distributors, right? We own our own business. And I was 20 years old when I started with Vemma. It's a little bit intimidating to say I own my own business as a 20-year-old, right? And it can be a little bit, lonely when you're going out there thinking I'm coming into this alone. So first step that I do, Brad, when it comes to getting my newest brand partners started and getting them rolling, is I introduce them to the team. Right? Because you don't want them to feel alone, you don't want them to feel overwhelmed. Even if you're the newest bronze leader and you've got 5 people in your organization, you introduce them to those 5 members. And because come on guys, we're young, we're social, young, wild, and free, right? Let's enjoy that. So now, first off, how many of you guys liked Matt Morrow the other day? Anybody in here? I thought he was pretty good. The reason why I ask if you guys like Matt Morrow, because I know I did, and I listened to Matt Morrow when I first met that individual, and I was the annoying little gnat on Matt's neck for about 6 months to 8 months, and finally he said, okay, I better start talking to this kid who's never going to leave me alone. So I would say plug your newest brand partners into the highest member you can get a hold of, because they will listen and they will help you. And then the second step that I have found success with is to do a fast start training that can consist of anything from doing mock phone calls with your friends and saying, okay, let's get your list out, put it in front of you. And they say, well, I don't know how many people I really know. Yeah, dude, I looked at your Facebook yesterday, you know 500 people. Let's get to work and let's make this thing happen. So really getting people to meet their fellow brand partners, getting them that support system, and then getting their list out in front of them and just start working down that list. And like you said, don't wait more than about an hour to get that thing going. And that's how I do it.
Exactly. All right. In closing, we talk about why young people are responding. You see a lot of young people here today. Why are they responding well to Verb and to the opportunity? You talk about, how do you approach? What's the invite? How are you going to invite somebody? Talking a lot of great different ideas here, and also how do you get them started? And in closing, why don't you guys share one tip, one thing that people can leave with this weekend in building their business and getting young people excited? So why don't you kick it off, Joseph?
Forgot this question. My number one tip is just, be a product of the product, be excited about it, share with people your passion. People come to watch people burn. If you're on fire, people are gonna want to come and catch your excitement. So that's huge for me. When I go out and I'm having a good time, I feel people like that girl, she's like having a good time. What's she doing? And I get a lot of people coming up to me because of that excitement. I'm always smiling. I'm always, just on fire.
Cool, thanks. Well, this is the reason why one thing I would tell you guys right now and why I'm so excited. First and foremost, thank you to BK and to all of our everyone like Tom and Brad for everything that you guys do for us as a young generation. Finally giving us a shot to even be up here and share the stage. One thing that I would tell you guys is really take advantage of the people that are in front of you and here today. There's obviously a learning curve involved. My mentor told me a long time ago, he said, Alistair, the marketplace is not going to pay you professional income for amateur skill level. So obviously get trained from the best. Come on. you gotta get mentored by the best, like obviously Mr. Tom Hadkazen up here and Brad and Bob Proctor. So with that, guys, that's what I would do, is get into personal development.
One thing that I would say as advice is don't be afraid to share this with anyone. I mean, really own it. You have something amazing to share with people. One mistake I did is, I'm like, okay, great, I'm gonna go talk to the person that I don't care if they say no because they're not really that successful in life at all, so that's who I'm gonna share it with, and maybe they'll turn it around. No, that's so wrong. You wanna find a Kaylee. You wanna go out there and you wanna find a smart, hardworking, determined person, because you wanna find someone that sees the value and you wanna lead them this way. Because the more people that you help make successful, your success is gonna come right behind that.
So my last piece of advice is something that I think tends to be overlooked by a lot of individuals, especially at our age in the Gen Y group, and that's that we are brand partners. And I don't know if people really stop and think about what that means. We aren't wannabe partners, right? We are brand partners. We are embodying a brand. And as our corporate members were discussing earlier, it's a pretty sexy brand. So I think that we should start embodying that in ourselves, in our lifestyles. If you're coming into this business as a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, even 25, you don't have a lot of credibility starting out. Maybe you went to college, great, but you don't really have a lot of experience. So you need to at least be able to say, yeah, I'm the guy who I'm preaching weight loss and I look good. I'm the one that's lost the weight. I'm not the guy that's gaining weight. You want to be the guy that doesn't owe your friend $10, but you're the guy that's helping your friend earn $10, right? So my biggest thing is to become that brand partner and embody what we're doing here at Vemma.
Alright guys, how many of you know a young person who could take this business to the next level? Raise your hand, show hands. If somebody doesn't have their hand up, you need to step out of the cave. You need to go meet some young people. But we are the future. So if you take advantage of giving us the opportunity now, maybe you'll find the next Alex, or you'll find the next Jen or Alistair. You never know. You just have to approach them, because what do you have to lose? They'll only say no. If you don't approach them, there's no chance of them saying yes. So definitely approach that person as soon as you can. Don't wait.
Man, you know what? We preach it all day, 24/7, 365. You have got to be excited. My parents always, taught me excitement breeds excitement. People follow people who know where they're going, okay? Don't follow someone unless they know where they are going, okay? Whoever, came out and said you have to be 65 or 70 to retire, okay? No, that is false, okay? We can retire at 30, okay? And just get excited, just follow the leadership. Everyone wants everyone to succeed. We have the best products, the best leaders, Tom Hadkazen, Bob Proctor. Everyone here is so friendly. The Next Level Leadership Weekend in San Diego, I went up to every single elite person, JD, and, they gave me 10 minutes. And that is so big. You cannot find that in a corporate job. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Do not take it lightly. And you know, next year, this whole place is going to be filled with 25 and under. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. You guys believe in these young people here?